What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Peggy Gou's first album, I Hear You. Korean DJ, long since established in the Berlin house scene, getting a big hit last year with It Goes Like Na Na Na. Peggy Gou is arguably one of the most in-demand DJs right now. So getting the first full-length project from her after the few EPs and the bunch of singles she had released over the last handful of years, this first full-length album was very much, I think, anticipated and curious to anyone because I think when you get someone who's able to really jump into the peak of kind of club culture, kind of out of nowhere, you have to pay attention, And I think Peggy, the fact that she's able to, at this point, 10 years in of being established as like a Berlin club DJ, a space notably predominantly dominated by white men, the fact that she, as both a woman and a foreigner, was able to really establish herself in that scene just speaks, I think, her talent and her interests. But and on the other side of that, her celebrity has also increasingly grown. She's very big in the fashion world as well. Nonetheless, if you think about It Goes Like Na Na Na, a song that went number one in a few countries in Europe, big song in general throughout Europe, and even topped the US dance charts as well. But you hear that song, which is just so big with just a catchy chorus and these infectious kick drums, like that that's kind of like a level up moment for a DJ. And I was excited that the full length was coming because a lot of DJs don't really see the need to release full length projects, but I think the more artistic ones do it. Peggy Gou notably also sings on her own songs, kind of rare for most DJs, right? Peggy singing both in English and in Korean from time to time. So I was really excited to just dive into this album. And I have to say, Peggy Gou's first album, I Hear You, to me was a really consistent and exciting first full length project from the DJ. 10 songs, 40 minutes. I think for the most part, every song on this album works. Peggy really jumps across lots of genres, very rhythmic overall, but there's some piano house, there's some like mellow or like techno leaning stuff, clearly some Eurodance nods and inspirations pulled in as well. We're kind of running the whole gamut here. But I think when you combine that genre jumping with Peggy's pretty consistent, vocal performance throughout most of the run, she has, I think, a really solid voice where she just can lay down some smooth singing, whether that's English, whether that's Korean. It really fits the music. This is a very cinematic album to me where there's a lot of, I think, big moments, big flourishes, but overall it's, I think, pretty consistent in its forward momentum, even if it's jumping across a lot of genres. It's a really fun album. Is anything quite as big and boisterous as It Goes Like Na Na Na? No, not really, but I think the songs that you do get alongside that, and a lot of these are singles that people have heard already, but the songs that we do get are all quite involved, and there's a lot of fun stuff here. The first song, Your Art, I love the kind of intro vocal. It's very like cyberpunk vibe to me. The second song, Back to One, definitely one of my highlights. I love the loops. I love the way the keys pop in on the loops. It sounds awesome. I Believe in Love Again, featuring Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz, those vocals added on, definitely kind of flashier than Peggy's vocals, unsurprisingly, but it's kind of a fun, almost like balladry chorus from Lenny. I enjoyed that song quite a bit. I also really liked All That, featuring the Puerto Rican rapper Villano Antillano. They seem to kind of be a fun pair, the two of them. It really works. Taking the rap, then it goes into Peggy singing. It's just very smooth. The song really works. Lobster Telephone, definitely the wild, perhaps like the craziest song on here. That one's very involved. I like that one. This one's kind of hard to say. Solsi Peggy Gou, I think is how you say it. I enjoy that one. You have drum and bass all throughout that for the most part. Definitely some like Korean inspired horns. Basically, can't really say specifically what they are, but you kind of have that Asian vibe to the percussion and the horns for sure. Cool song. I like that one quite a bit. Kind of like a tempo turn down a little bit from that point in the album. And then the last three songs, I go Purple Horizon, probably the best of these, and then 1 + 1 = 11. But yeah, I think, again, I didn't really have like strong expectations for the album just because I guess I have low standards for like DJ full lengths because I always just think of artists like Martin Garrix and Kygo, traditional like mainstream house people who like have massive careers and play 100 nights a year, play 50 nights a year, whatever they do. without ever releasing full-length albums, right? Because sometimes a single and just being in demand, being hot, is all that you need in the DJ world. But when you get the artistry, I think of someone like Calvin Harris, who also has sung from time to time. So it's just fun when you get someone who's clearly involved in making the art and the craft of electronic music. And along those lines, we've got a Porter Robinson album coming out later this summer. Excited about that. Obviously, we're always on the lookout for more Fred again, so we'll see. But let me know, what did you think of Peggy Gou's debut first album? Did you like it as much as me? What was your favorite song? And for more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.